Welcome to the MindView Quick Start video tutorial. In this tutorial, you'll be introduced to the MindView interface, how to outline documents in a mind map, customize and edit your mind maps, and export into Microsoft Office, such as Word and PowerPoint. Let's get started by starting a new mind map. The software interface should be instantly recognizable. It's been designed to look and feel like a Microsoft Office program. The ribbon toolbar at the top of the page contains icons depicting functionality in the software, and further tabs will reveal more functionality. Beneath is the workspace, where we'll start to generate our ideas in a visual way. There's lots of ways of getting ideas out onto the mind map. The Insert key will create a branch away from the center, and the Enter key will create a branch at the same level. That was Insert, Insert, Enter, Enter, Enter. You can achieve the same outcome using the ribbon toolbar, topic, and subtopic icon. Alternatively, you can just double-click using the mouse to create new ideas. Ideas are structured on the mind map in a hierarchical structure, starting in the middle of the mind map with main branches and sub-branches exploding outwards. As you'll come to learn with MindView, the hierarchy of information directly relates to any export to Microsoft Office, or any of the views within the software. For example, when you export to Microsoft Word, the main branches convert to the main headers and sub-branches into subheaders. Or, when changing the mind map to the Gantt chart, main branches convert to main deliverables, and sub-branches into tasks and work packages. In addition to this structure, MindView helps to order your information. The best way to visualize this is through using the numbering scheme. Notice how the mind map is organized in a clockwise structure, starting at number 1 on the clock face. Even the sub-branches are organized with a numbering sequence. In this simple example, I've used the mind map as a way of outlining a meeting agenda. You can see how the main branches are the main agenda topics and the sub-branches subtopics. The radial sequence now outlines the order of this meeting. Once you've outlined your documents, you can use content as a way of building more information directly onto each branch. Attachments, sound files, video files, and text notes are a great way of building out your content. For example, within this meeting, I want to welcome everyone in the team and capture that in my meeting minutes. By navigating up to the text note editor, I have a way of capturing the notes directly onto this branch. Notice, as I've opened the text note editor panel, the ribbon toolbar at the top of the page has converted to look and feel like Microsoft Word. It's like having your own word processor built into MindView. Here, I've created a quick note relating to welcome. To move off this branch and start typing somewhere else, you simply click on the next branch and start capturing your notes. Notice, each time I added text notes onto the branch, a paperclip appeared. Hover over the paperclip to reveal what's embedded onto the branch. This unique icon depicts the text note, and when I click it, the text note editor is then opened once more. But there's no limit to the amount of content you add onto a single branch. In this example, I actually want to refer to the previous meeting minutes. I'm going to do this by attaching them onto the mind map. To do this, simply select the branch and navigate up to Attachment. Here I can search and find for the relevant document, which in this example is a PDF. Notice now, underneath the paperclip, I have the icon for the PDF. Let's see one more example of that. Underneath Financial, I want to embed an Excel spreadsheet. Again, the icon now is for Excel. The beauty of managing your documents like this is that instead of having to search around in your folder structures looking for documentation, it's a simple click of the button and the document launches directly from your mind map. MindView also allows you to link to documents found in any of your shared document spaces. Underneath Hyperlink, you'll find the MindView Drive, SharePoint, Google Drive, and OneDrive as default options. Customizing your mind map is a great way of helping to categorize specific sections of your plan. To edit the entire mind map, the design function enables you to not only change the layout, but the style of the entire mind map. For example, to change things from a mind map into a top-down structure, I can simply change the structure of my mind map. In addition to that, MindView has lots of pre-made styles for lots of different purposes. Simply hover over the different options until you found a mind map style that you prefer. When customizing specific parts of your mind map, first select the branches that you want to edit. Either left-click, drag and drop over the section that you'd like to edit. Alternatively, hold down Control on your keyboard to select multiple branches. Once you've selected the branches you want to edit, navigate to Format, and here you'll find the ability to edit the font sizes, color schemes, and even shapes and outlines of your branches. In this example, I'm just going to take opening remarks and change that to another color. Colors on a mind map are a great way of turning your mind maps into visual dashboards. Pictures are also a great way to bring your mind map to life. There's lots of different ways to get images out onto your mind map. One way is to use our built-in picture catalog, found on the right-hand side of the screen. Here you can keyword search or navigate the library, find the image that you want to use, and very simply drag and drop and place that image onto your mind map. It's now time to turn this mind map into an Office document. Let's begin by exploring the Word export. The Microsoft Office exports are found underneath File and Export. Here you'll see the export to Word, PowerPoint, in addition with Excel, Microsoft Outlook, and Microsoft Project. Focusing on the Word export, I'm going to choose the Custom Word Export. When exporting to Word, MindView has lots of different templates to choose from. Alternatively, you can choose your own company Word template. Simply choose the template you want and select Export. Here, MindView and Word have worked together to convert your visual plan into a formatted report-style document. Starting with our title page, leading down, I've left an image of the mind map in. Notice how the main branches are converted to the main headers and the sub-branches subheaders. The radial sequence of the mind map is now the linear outline of your Word document. MindView has automatically created a table of contents, and scrolling down into the Word file, you'll find all of the content that you added onto the branches. The integration with Microsoft Office works both ways. Not only can you export from MindView into Office files, but you can also import. But this is where MindView will help your productivity. Instead of having to create multiple document styles from the same information, you can produce multiple outputs at a click of a button. In the next example, we're going to export to Microsoft PowerPoint. Just like in the Word export, you're presented with lots of templates that help to make your work very presentable. Simply select a template and press Export. In this example, I've exported to PowerPoint without a template. But notice how the structure of the PowerPoint has converted each branch into a slide, with any sub-branches acting as bullet points. The way in which MindView presents the data onto a PowerPoint slide means it interacts perfectly with the designer function of PowerPoint. This makes presentation planning quicker and far easier. So to review, we've gone from having a blank page where we've dumped our ideas out in a visual way. We've used the hierarchy and sequence of the mind map to help organize our information and get things into the right place. And at the end of all that, you produced Word and PowerPoint documents at a fraction of the time that it would typically take to create. To learn more about MindView, check out the rest of our video tutorials or register online for one of our free webinar training sessions. MindView, helping you to understand and be understood.